Yes, I know what you're thinking. I know in Friday's video I said I was done, and I am still done. However, when I've put as many laps in here as I have this week at Mid-Ohio in the USF, it would be a shame not to give it a proper try with a cool head, to try to survive, to try to get some SR, because chasing safety rating through time trials exclusively is very tedious and very boring and takes forever. I just want to survive. If we get a top 5, that would be wonderful. I think that that's pretty doable with the lap times that we're seeing here with this SOF. Did put in a good Q lap. I don't want to fight for this. I don't want to fight for this. I don't care. We'll deal with it later. I just want to survive and make it. If we get a podium or a 4th place, cool. If we get a couple ironing, cool. I want some safety rating. I want to survive. I want to get through one of these without being frustrated at my whole life. That doesn't happen. I'm just going to chalk it up to I asked for this. It's my own fault. Also, I need an emergency backup video if you're seeing this, because that means that the Road America Supercars race we were trying to organize didn't go official because they've hardly gone official at all this week, which I don't really understand because the series is semi-popular these days, I guess. And Road America is a very popular, great track. Obviously, my home track, which is why I wanted to do it. But if it's not working for some reason and they didn't go official, you'll see this. So I don't know why that would be the case, but anyways, I needed something to back up, and we'll see how this goes. So we'll get back into it here. Alberto is not beatable. He's not catchable unless there's a lot of mistakes made. Michel, we raced on Friday, beat him. I think he might have had some damage or something. Nicolo, again, don't care. If you want to pass me, go ahead. But put in a decent Q lap. I was happy with it. I did blow the second Q lap, which is fine. But whatever, we're starting P3. It's a decent result. We'll give it a whirl. I'm scared. We are ready to go, starting 3rd, full pace lap like the other night. So yeah, survival. I would like to just live, please and thank you. Living would be freaking wonderful, please. Top 5, awesome. Anything more than that, awesome. 0x, main goal. We've raced with Eden before. We're starting 5th in the 6 car. Again, I think we have a couple 10th delta there, but the tow will keep everybody in touch here if we can get through these first couple corners. So survival is key. If we can get in 3rd or 4th and just hang out, that would be excellent. I think everybody else is probably going to fall off from behind us from 5th on back. So we'll see what we can do. Appreciate you coming to watch this again. Hopefully it's a little bit better of a race. Again, if you're seeing this, it's because Road America we couldn't make happen, which sucks, but it happens. So drop a like and a sub if you're new here. Really appreciate all love and support as always. It's been great the last several weeks, last probably 3 weeks have been just spectacular. So really appreciate that. Hope everybody is having an awesome Sunday today when you're seeing this, if this is going out. So yeah, ready to start an upcoming week. Hope everybody had a good holiday, kind of sort of long weekend if you had Friday off last week when you were watching the other USF vid. But yeah, I want to survive. I think that in theory, if I put everything together and perfect and fast, that we could finish 2nd. But I'd rather finish 4th and not die and be nice and safe and chill than finish 2nd and risk bidding everything and losing it all. So that's kind of the goal. Again, if we can stick with someone in the draft, whether it be the 1, 2, or 4 car and survive, that would be wonderful. That's the goal. Everything else is secondary. I'm a little bit worried about the 4 car and the Ferrari livery because guys in F1 liveries and non-F1 cars just always are disastrous for whatever reason. But again, survival is key. I think this is a Red Bull scheme behind us, the special car they ran a couple years ago, the white one. So we'll see what we can do here. Alberto again is very good. We'll see what we can do here and live. Hope for the best. Let's get it. Please, for the love of God, pray for me. 0x, please. Let's go. Very cold tires to start. Take several corners here, maybe a couple laps to get them fully up to temp. Again, Alberto's not really beatable. Super mega fast guy. don't think he's going to make a mistake. He's like a 5,300, so hopefully he doesn't bin it in front of us like we had the other night. Hopefully I don't bin myself. Can't tell what happened there for the guys behind. May have been some incident though. Michelle might have gone off there actually and lost some time. Again, pretty perfect start. If we can just survive and stay on the back of this toe from Alberto, that would really, really help us to be able to open the gap to the cars behind and survive and not make any mistakes. That would be huge. So we'll do our best here. No pressure though, Justin. So again, I'll probably shut up and focus a little bit more than normal here. I already talked through my thoughts about all this on Friday, so looks like the people behind have had incidents and maybe died there. Hopefully they're all okay, but looks like maybe they're not. Michelle, perhaps.
Nice driving there, Nick.
Yep, dead people. Again, hopefully they all clump up and pack up a little bit back there with Eden and Nicolo. We can just do our thing up here, survive, stay some decent lap time. Again, we cannot keep up with this guy straight up, so just using the toe. Incident behind there. Alberto without a toe is still a couple tenths better, so he is mega rapid. Field's starting to spread out behind with some incidents. Four down, 7 to go. decently happy with our pace thus far. Again, we have big toe. Now we got some tire heat though. We can still keep up decent pace. A little bit of a slide there from Alberto. I just caught the inside curb at turn 1. Again, that'll keep us in a big toe here for these next couple straightaways, which is awesome. Not at all concerned about fighting for this, so. In case you didn't know, Alberto, I'm not at all concerned about fighting this, so just keep doing your thing. Really just want to survive. But perfect start here. We've gotten away, obviously opened up the gap. More than happy to just ride here, which is just what I wanted. Again, the guys that are really fast can just make more time for some of these twisty bits than I either can or am comfortable with, or both. So that's why they're the fast guys and I am just Justin. So. Again, toe keeping us away, doing a great job. No mistakes is the key. There we go. 22.27 is a really good lap. Obviously, again, huge toe assistance, but the key is putting the lap together with no mistakes and figuring out how to find the pace. So, not even going to attempt to move. Maybe on the last lap if we get a perfect run, maybe, but even then I don't think we're fast enough to beat this guy. So they can go side by side behind us there down this long back stretch and battle that out for third. Cool with me.
I see what you're saying.
So yeah, it looks like the rest of the field is having a typical USF race with awful driving standards and crashes and so on. A little bit of a slide there for me. Again, still maintaining a pretty healthy gap here behind us, so not concerned. 6 down, 5 to go. Still just using this toe. If we ever drop out of this toe, he's going to beat us, you know, half a second a lap or so. And we're not even near close enough to think about a pass, so don't get me wrong, I know my place here and what we're dealing with, so. You don't mess with the 5 and 6K guys, I know that as, you know, a Solstice 5 and 6K guy. They do know what they're doing, so. Starting to battle back there, Dylan and Nicola, excuse me. Just a little bit for third more. Again, just slow each other down, allow me to have a nice comfortable drive. Nice and smooth. Zero pressure even if we do start to lose this toe here in the last 4 laps, that they're not going to catch us from that far back. Happy to just stay here and ride though. Seem to be able to get through that last corner there just a little bit better, maybe not better, but equally as well as Alberto. .22.2, so I did not keep my fastest lap at 22.27, I believe it was. Again, he's plenty fast, so as the fuel burns off, he's going to get faster, and I'm basically just being towed around, which is, again, more than fine with me. 6 seconds now, the gap behind, and this is what USF should be. You get field spread based on pace, you know, clean, smooth racing for the most part. I know that Michel got killed there, but...
Sorry, Samuel.
All these guys, seems like, in the back are still having some issues, but the front 4 have had a pretty good clean race, it seems like, for the most part, so that's what USF should be. None of this garbage of everybody dying constantly and dive bombs and bad rejoins and poor driving standards and all this stuff that I've experienced the last several weeks of this. It's not supposed to be like that. People tell me it's not usually like that, but I guess this is what they mean. So just dropped a little bit back here this lap. Just starting to get to the end of the tire grip now. It's the prime tire grip, still 3 to go. Just try to survive here. Again, no pressure from behind in 3 laps. No mistakes. Just falling out of the toe now. But job has been done. We survived, stayed up in it for several laps. Got the benefit of it. Now we just got to not make any mistakes and bring it home. So again, I know that the toe is a big part of most tracks in this car, in this series especially, but it's been pretty good feeling here that we've kept up, you know, within visual distance for sure of Alberto here in 8.5 laps now. Again, I know we're getting towed around essentially, but to not just be so far off that we are out to lunch completely is really refreshing and makes me feel pretty good that I'm not an idiot. I mean, we've had bad luck and things have gone wrong, but it's not that I just forgot how to drive certain cars and have no skill. So those of you that say I have 0 skill, you can look at this. So again, I wish we had more of these races and less death and chaos and stuff, but you know, we take these when they come. Coming to 2 to go and now 7 seconds gap back to Nicole Lowe and Dylan. They battle for the podium. I think this was a field of 12, so should get some decent ironing out of this. Hopefully, again, we get a little bit of SR. Love to get some decent ironing out of this also. Now out of the toe completely. You see our lap times are going to start dropping a couple tenths here. 22 flat for Alberto there. But we did our job. We got the second right away. Had a great start. We were able to get by Michelle and just open up that gap ever so slightly, get towed around. Eventually, when they had incidents and chaos behind, we were ahead of it and stayed out of trouble this time and survived. So happy with it. Lap and a half to go now. It's got to be nice and smooth. I think, yeah, hell, whatever happens with the V8 Supercar race, I might post this anyways at some point. Just love to have good races and show that USF can have good races, and that, again, I'm not an idiot. So I'd like to have more of this. Again, we'll see if I'm able to get any in this season. Oh, come on, Justin, don't be dumb and throw it away on the curb now. Just back it down, 7 seconds of gap behind. Back it all the way down. White flag, credit one bank in Mid-Ohio. We finished second a lot in the Cadillac and in PCC in the Mustang. We did get that one win last week in Navarra. Finished second a lot. I guess we haven't had, I don't think, a second place in this yet. Can't remember where we finished at Summit, and obviously we died at Sebring. But I would love to take a second place here today, and that is not going to be a sad second for me today. So take this all day, every day. Lovely, lovely. Ten cars still left running here at the end. Not going to get anywhere near lap traffic tonight.
Special thanks to the guys that can't drive and run into the back yet. Makes for a awesome experience.
Michelle is having a typical USF Justin event, so unfortunate for him. We did have a really good battle on Friday for 5th, that ended up being, so. Great race, Alberto. Good win as always. Nice and smooth. Final corner. And that'll be a victory. I'll take that all day. Oh yeah, that feels really good to get that one on the books after absolute disaster of USF these first several races we've done. Again, I really like the car. It's enjoyable. It's a lot of fun, but I don't know what's up with some of the races that just make it awful. So I think the Nicolo held on for third there from Dylan, several seconds back. Looks like Michelle might hang on for P7.
Take a 9X and probably 100 iRating hits, and the others just no penalty whatsoever. Awesome.
Yep, that is pretty typical USF there. Again, I think that just is part of how the series goes, and you live with it, but it's not fun for sure when that's you. So, again, glad we got through one here. Just gain all the SR we can here while we're in the race, so more corners is good. I don't think I saw any mistakes from Alberto that would have gotten him any incident points, but just keep chugging along here. Race is now official. Pull off. Super happy with that. I'm glad we got one in that was a normal event. So 0x for me, 0x for Alberto. Everybody else had one. Again, this guy obviously disconnected immediately, so we'll take a P2 all day, every day. Let's go check out the results. I'm not going to leave the session this time. We'll remember to stay in. This is what I want. All right, let's go check out the results. If my mouse will work as usual, because my mouse is awful. All right, we gained 49 iRating. Love to see it. 0.09 SR. Again, was hoping for a little bit more. Could have been better, but can't complain. We'll take it. So 4.67 is the new mark for the SR. Still got 0.32 to go to get back. 49 iRating is great. Up to 2689. Pellegrini goes up over 5,500, so good for him. 53 gain for Nicolo behind us, just about being 6.5 second gap after we backed it down there at the end, so that's good. Minus 50 iRating for Michel, so he was thinking it might be 100, but glad he only lost 50 there, so still at 3,300. And we'll see how that one turns out. So happy with that, done. We'll take that. Again, we'll see how much more SR can get through some time trialing and stuff, and we'll see if and when I get back in this car. I'll be back in at some point. We're not going to be done forever, but yeah, that's part of the deal. So that's going to be it. Throw a big like out there, please. Love to see the support on the videos, and again, this is going to be kind of a bonus video that'll fit somewhere at some point. So yeah, definitely want to show that USF can have good races. I just seem to always find the scary ones. So yeah, that's going to be it. Again, make sure you drop that like. If you're new here, drop a sub. Greatly appreciate it if we're able to get up over 1,000 before the end of the calendar year. I'll start doing face cam vids, which is a huge ask, is a huge number. But again, that's kind of where my mindset's at for having to do that, because that'd be terrifying. So hopefully we can get V8 Supercars in and fit this in somewhere as a bonus vid. But regardless, we will make sure it ends up somewhere. So that's going to be it. Till next time, as always, bye.